What up, fam? Get on this 40 minute dash 20-minute lead. Today is March Madness. Sunday the 6th, 2022. Sinful Sunday in my city, Chicago, so they say. Um, this is going out to the people who just keep on bothering me, like the Hispanics and the white people especially and stuff, because when people trying to steal your legacy, your land, and your identity, they're gonna start acting out and stuff. Real talk. Now I wrote a piece yesterday because I am a writer, and I'm the originator of rap music since the age of 8 in 1975. And I was a child abuse victim, and I'm still being victimized by the people who abuse me sexually, mentally, financially, spiritually, mentally, all kind of leads and stuff. Real talk. This is your ghetto news reporter, Marion Dash 20 Marion Lee, and the originator of real rap music and ghetto news for the ones who been going through the same shit, because the so-called government that ain't supposed to be the government, it's a business to govern us. We the product, okay, that they selling, far as child trafficking and things of that nature or whatever and stuff. This book that I bought from the Goodwill store on Western is called Decision Points by George W. Bush. You see, he got his hands, his hand in his pocket or whatever, and holding, a book or whatever. So people wanted to know how I think for real, and I was being real tight-lipped back in the day, especially when they try to label me crazy. Ever since I was a child or whatever, they used to give me Thorazine, Mellarel, and wasn't nothing wrong with me and stuff. But you just try to build a case against me because they knew at the age of 8 in 1975, that I was going to become somebody, and they didn't realize I was going to be the leader of my generation or whatever and stuff. I think they called us the baby boomers or something. You understand what I'm saying? And lead the march that Martin Luther King pretty much had to step down from, and that's, getting out money, property, and prestige and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? If it wasn't for me being so adamant at being who I am, and that's an assertive but independent, free-thinking person that doesn't allow people to, dictate to me how I should think, feel, or act, especially if I know that if you work hard, hard work pays off. Now, I haven't gotten as much as I would have liked to have gotten being the originator of rap music. I've never had a new car, a real day at the spa, or a vacation that I can just say and drink some lemonade under some palm trees and stuff. But I did go, to Disneyland when I was younger and stuff. I guess after they, raped me, five guys and stuff, they somebody's conscience was bothering them, and they had to throw a few good memories in for me. But it was all, camouflage from abuse that I was going through and stuff, which is a whole bunch, and I don't want to talk about it. If you know, you know. If you don't, find out. This is basically about George Bush and the White House and during the Reagan administration. Now, it was his father, the older Bush or whatever, that this was supposed to have been happening, but it never stops because I'm still being harassed, and white people following behind me on the bus real close and stuff, not giving me 6 feet, and the coronavirus is happening and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? You know how you get on a bus and people supposed to wait to all on you. You understand what I'm saying? So right here, I wrote it down and stuff for you all to be able to verify this yourself. You can Google it or YouTube. It says pedophilia in Bush Reagan White House parts 1 through 5, uploaded on YouTube October the 8th, 2008. Interview with Rusty Nelson on pedophile ring involving the Reagan Bush White House. He mentioned that even Warren Buffett participated in pedophile sex parties in Washington, D.C. And the White House is located 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, NW, Northwest, I guess is what they're trying to say, Washington, D.C., and the zip code is 20500. Now, for it to say Rusty Nelson, my so-called sister Linda Nelson, light bright damn near white, who threw me under the bus and stole everything and had people coming after me and trying to leave me for dead, who was a nurse, a RN, and I believe a plant in the government to try to, you know, discredit me or try to make me a freak, a zoid or whatever. Because what they do is they groom you, you know, as a child to, you know, do strange things for a little bit of change. You know, what they say, you know, they fuck you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and stuff, you know, or, you know, I've been through a whole bunch of stuff. So I know for sure, you know, the ins and out how they think about, you know, people they trying to, you know, discredit in the long run. You know, disposable children they're using as far as foster children, runaways, things of that nature. They talk about that in the interview with Rusty Nelson or whatever and stuff. So it doesn't surprise me that, you know, the people who are hung around, like right now where I reside at 6210 South Kennebuck Avenue, Chicago, North 60637, apartment 308, are, you know, affiliated, you know, with the same madness that I've been going through ever since I was a little girl, and they've been trying to discredit me ever since. Long story short, what I want you to get to know is when I write, I write and I talk, and things come true, and things is what it is and stuff. Now, you have a few things that you can, you know, read about, a few chapters if you don't want to read this thick ass book and shit, because, you know, I just like flipping the pages and getting straight to the point. They got chapter 3 called Personnel. You understand what I'm saying? You can read that whole chapter, or you can read Leading, because George Bush, you know, wanted to be a leader, I guess. That's chapter 9, and Freedom Agenda, chapter 13. Now, a lot of people are trying to get free from all this, you know, so-called, you know, insanity, which is more than insanity. It's madness and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to find a way to maneuver their way out of it. And like in the movie The Color Purple, Oprah Winfrey said, "Your dead body be just what we need." And of course, she spent like $12 million in Washington, D.C., you know, but she made all her money in Chicago, where I'm from. You understand what I'm saying? Exploiting me, because I gave her my true story, my child abuse at the age of 17 in 1984, and in 1995, and in, you know, 2007, when I posted my first ever YouTube video, Mary Mack versus the Fat Black Oprah Winfrey, on YouTube. And of course, you know, she act like she didn't hear none of this, and that's how it always is and stuff. You know, they think I'm just stupid and stuff. So if you want to read some of the pages and stuff, oh, don't forget chapter 11, Lazarus Effect, and chapter 8, Iraq. Okay, so let's go over it again. Chapter 3, Personnel. Chapter 8, Iraq. Chapter 9, Leading. Chapter 11, Lazarus Effect. And chapter 13, Freedom Agenda. So, you know, they like starting stuff and then, you know, getting free. You understand? Now, a movie called Freedom Writers came out in 2007, when I posted my first ever YouTube video, Mary Mack versus the Fat Black Oprah Winfrey. And my child abuse rap was the second video. I did 2 videos, and then in 2008, May 31st, they accused me of disarming a police officer on Devon and Clock, something I did not do, in the Rogers Park neighborhood of my city, Chicago. Now, I became your ghetto news reporter just thinking, you understand what I'm saying? So I said, let me see what I can do. So I said, you know, I have to report the news myself. Otherwise, you know, it won't get done, right? They're not going to tell you what they're doing to me. So I have to investigate and buy into my own either demise or freedom, or both, which they are both using to kill me. You understand what I'm saying? The information that I gather. Every time I get stuff, they, you know, take it away or whatever. So I do these videos hoping somebody will download it, or other people will come together, like Dane Calloway. You understand? He's a good source of information, but I believe he has been compromised also, bought and paid for. But when they first come out, they go hard body, and then eventually they start, you know, talking nonsense and try to, you know, because you got to pick teams and stuff for real. You know, they say all the right thing to gain their position, and once they get it, then, you know, your influence and stuff. So don't be deceived either way. This is my true story, and everything is based around me, and they trying to discredit me. So don't forget that. You understand what I'm saying? I am the reason why these motherfuckers, you know, we accumulated too much money as far as the rap is concerned, or whatever else stuff. All right, so long story short, read these pages in this book, Decision Points, George W. Bush. Okay, real talk. Read these pages if you don't read nothing else. Page 67, page 69, page 72, page 73, pages 242 through 284. Or just read all the chapters I gave you. And don't forget these pages: 347, 380, 381, 412, 413. Now, I'm trying to figure out something that really stuck out about the African Americans, because I am a Native American. Okay, we was here before they got here. Okay, real talk. So, if people are going crazy, it's because they know I'm on top of my game, just like they trying to, discredit me and stuff. Everybody has a mission, right? You understand what I'm saying? The mission is to what? Stop me from making it, right? So right here on page 67, I was born May 25th, 1967. It says right here, by the time I clinched the Republican nomination in March 2000, my so-called mother, Mary Lee Wright, was supposed to have died March 23rd of 2000. But I don't believe that happened and stuff. But it could have. Who knows? I don't know. It says, I knew quite a bit about vice presidents. I had followed the selection process closely when Dad was discussed as a possible running mate for Richard Nixon in 1968 and George Ford in 1976. I had watched him serve 8 years at President Reagan's side. I had observed his relationship with Dan Quayle, and I remember the I remember the vice presidential horror story of my youth when Democratic nominee George McGovern picked Tom Eagleton to be his running mate, only to learn later that Eagleton had suffered several nervous breakdowns and undergone electroshock therapy. So if they going crazy, you understand what I'm saying? The White House people, it's got to be something, right? Now, long story short, they gave me cancer in 2016. They supposed to have killed my mama because, they don't want to give up that money. But very well, my mama could have sold me out and blah, blah, blah. Church is robbing us. So if you go to page 277, it talks about the Hispanic and African American students set new records in multiple categories. The gap had narrowed in exactly the way we wanted it. And then it says something about 2007, math proficiency had improved from 59% to 86%. And it said no child left behind is a piece of civil rights legislation, but he stole the election, goddammit. George Bush, you understand what I'm saying? From Al Gore. So, if no child left behind, and I only got my GED, what time it is. We all native, indigenous people, aboriginals of the land is getting fucked by immigrants and bums and shit. And that's why they don't get nothing. But this one right here is the reason why they hating. You see this? And I'm going to use my left hand. That's the reason why they keep losing, because I'm number one. I beat this girl in pool back in the day, a white girl, and it was the 8-ball that fell. But because I'm number one at everything, they upset. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. And that's why they coming after me and shit. So nothing failed, but you saw, it lined up the number one and stuff, which means they hate the number one person, which is me. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I got to go through all this bullshit. You understand? Now, if it wasn't meant for me to win, the setup wouldn't been set up for me to win, you fucking stupid ass motherfuckers. Real fucking talk. Now, for the Bible that I got for free, you understand what I'm saying? See what it says. All right, you got 7:16 and 7:17. You see Jeremiah chapter 44 over here to the right, and Jeremiah chapter 43. Barack Obama was the 44th president. They put me in prison. My prison number was R83591. If you add it up, including the R, the letter from the alphabet, yeah, it comes out to 44. So Barack Obama threw us under the goddamn bus, all the real Native Americans, and trying to discredit us by taking us out of history as far as making us not even Negroes no more. And Dane Calloway explains that also. So read that scripture and step your game up. Peace.